Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni is often seen as a vast, blindingly white salt flat, a natural wonder frozen in time. But beneath its seemingly endless horizons lies a world of strange phenomena, optical illusions, and mysteries that science still struggles to explain. Did you know that this desert can transform into a mirror as smooth as glass? Or that ancient underwater formations hide secrets older than civilization itself? Today we uncover 5 shocking phenomena of Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni that will change the way you see this surreal landscape forever. Stay with us. In the rainy season, a thin film of water turns the sailor into the largest natural mirror on Earth. Sky and ground fuse, a seamless symmetry that erases the horizon. Perspective collapses, making people seem to hover in midair. All it takes is a few centimeters of water over a flawlessly flat surface. The mirror doubles cloudscapes, creating a sky beneath your feet. Motion becomes choreography, every movement echoed with uncanny precision. At golden hour, color saturates and depth cues dissolve. On clear nights, stars appear above and below, a galaxy without end. The physics is simple, but the scale is extraordinary. A calm, shallow layer acts like a specular reflector, minimizing distortion. Over thousands of square kilometers, elevation varies by mere centimeters. Wind can break the illusion. Stillness restores the glass. Photographers chase that fleeting calm when light is low and air is quiet. Aerial views amplify the effect, removing foreground cues our brains rely on. With depth erased, scale becomes ambiguous. Small can feel cosmic. Even a lone cloud becomes a cathedral of light. Artists and scientists travel here from around the world. They come to witness an atmosphere turned into architecture. Each frame captures phenomena that exist only for minutes. At night, the abyss above meets the abyss below. A touch is enough to fracture the heavens. Playfulness becomes experiment, and the stage is as vast as a small country. Then, silence, and perfection returns. Salar de Uyuni was once the bed of a vast prehistoric lake. Ancient shorelines still trace its former edges. Within the crust lie sediments that entomb clues to lost ecosystems. Geologists core the flats to decode climate swings across millennia. Layers of salt and clay, rich with microfossils, record wet and dry cycles. Islands of volcanic rock hosted life along lake margins. Ancient microbial buildups hint at early life strategies in saline waters. Shell remnants and mineral casts whisper of a vanished shoreline. Evaporation sculpts delicate crystal forests, renewing the surface each season. Diatoms, tiny glass-walled algae, chart ancient waters like timekeepers. What looks sterile is a library of deep time. The past endures, etched in salt. Here, the horizon can behave like a living thing. Temperature gradients bend light, warping distant objects into specters. Hot air near the surface creates phantom lakes that vanish as you approach. When water is calm, the sky appears to fold under the world. Human figures split, stretch, and recombine along shimmering seams. Perspective lines can imply curves on a plane that is nearly perfect. At blue hour, contrast drops and depth cues dissolve further. The boundary breathes with the atmosphere. Polarized light transforms glare into glass or into ink-dark pools. Thin films can prism sunlight into oil-slick rainbows across the flats. Ice crystals aloft craft solar pillars, doubled by the mirror below. Halos and sundogs appear, refracted by high cirrus like celestial jewelry. Lose the horizon, and your brain grasps for reference. With no scale, balance can falter, a gentle, surreal vertigo. Scientists model ray paths to predict these apparitions. Inversions stack lenses of air, each bending light differently. Before sunrise, pastel gradients bloom in perfect symmetry. A single spark of sun splits the world into twin flames. Volcanic silhouettes become ink blots, reading like a Rorschach sky. Even a wing beat redraws the horizon. At dusk, color deepens. The mirror becomes paint. Twilight pearls, planet and reflection pierce the violet. A whisper of wind, and the spell loosens. Then stillness, and the cosmos returns. Though the sailor seems lifeless, its margins burst with life. Flamingos arrive in great numbers, drawn by brine shrimp and algae. Wings paint pink brushstrokes across the mirror. Specialized beaks sieve tiny meals from salty lagoons. The flock flows, a shifting geometry against the white. Vicuñas, foxes, and hardy insects leave brief signatures in the crust. Microbes weave pigments, saffron, emerald, rust. Like abstract art, color meets geometry where chemistry permits life. Halophiles thrive by embracing salt, not resisting it. They balance extreme salinity with molecular pumps and shield proteins. Salt-tolerant plants anchor in pockets where moisture lingers. Life begins on a knife edge between brine and sky. Migrations link this desert to distant wetlands across the Andes. Other specialists share the buffet of minerals and microbes. Even insects choreograph on the skin of water. Every silhouette doubles, life mirrored into abundance. Against endless white, color becomes destiny. Nature sketches masterpieces with minerals and light. Shadows ripple over geometry laid by evaporation. A liftoff writes circles that fade like breath. Wind sculpts both crystals and flight. Crystals grow like frost, a mineral bloom. The scene quiets, and reflections perfect themselves again. Life and light share the same stage. The sailor doubles as a natural laboratory for light and measurement. Researchers test optics, LiDAR, and imaging under pristine conditions. Its vast flatness enables precision at continental scales. Artists craft surreal photographs using the sky twice. Drones choreograph with reflections for impossible angles. Light painting becomes architecture on the mirror. Even the dry season invites ephemeral sculpture and land art. Lasers trace refraction through air layers just centimeters thick. From orbit, satellites seek truth in pixels. Uyuni's uniform, brightness and flatness simplify calibration. Radiance measured from space is checked against ground targets. Reference panels help reconcile sensors across missions. Uyuni offers a stable benchmark over years and seasons. The result, sharper climate and land change data worldwide. Science and art share the same flawless surface. Even a phone becomes an observatory here. Above and below, technology meets a perfect plane. A single figure anchors the horizonless world. Instruments become art in the mirror. Salt touches everything, a reminder of the place's power. Experiments end. The flats demand respect and care. The day closes in amber and glass. Amid immensity, we are careful guests. What remains is silence and starlight. The Salar de Uyuni is not just a salt flat. It's a portal to a surreal world where light, water, and time converge in ways that challenge perception. These strange phenomena are only the beginning of what this mysterious landscape holds. If you want to explore more hidden realities and nature's most astonishing spectacles, subscribe to Neptune Vault and journey with us into the unknown. Thanks for watching. See you in the next horizon.